We were about ready to go bankrupt, and I had come home and we had $130,000 in credit card debt that we had ran up, and I thought there was just no way this is ever going to work. So as I told my wife, I think we're going to need to go bankrupt, she said, no, that's not the answer. And I was like, oh, no, you really don't understand. We're behind in rent, we're behind in our everything. She said, well, we're not going to go bankrupt. And I said, all right, fine. I'll just go until they lock us out. And that's when I also started meeting with Sam. And Sam's first question for me was, what are you praying for? And I said, oh, well, I'm praying that my deli would be a blessing to everybody that comes into this business, that they'll feel the Lord's presence here, and that maybe even through my example, my team members will find their salvation. And he's like, but what are you praying for? And I said, I thought that was a pretty good answer. So I'm not sure what you're saying, Sam. And he said, what do you need to keep the doors open? And I said, oh, like a dollar amount, you mean? And he's like, yeah. We found out that it was $2,700 a day in sales is what we needed. And so I remember sitting across from Sam and I said, you can really pray for that? Like that specific? And his big smile came across his face and he said, oh, ye of little faith. February 1st, 2010, we prayed for that number that day. And I was already overwhelmed. I was ready to be done because it was crushing. It was too much. And but I was obedient and I prayed. Didn't seem much busier, but I came in the next day. I pulled the report off the printer and we did 2701 that day. And it was just, I broke down and I called Sam and he said, there's your answer. This business is going to succeed. Just keep lifting it up specifically so you could see how God will answer your prayers. And so that was the great lesson was we need to be specific in our prayers so we could see God specifically answer them. God help me today. Well, what does that mean? God, give me guidance, give me the right words to say to my wife, the direction and how to run my business and make these tough decisions. Be specific, and then you can see God specifically show up.